I think what is apparent here is that if we walk away from this press conference and we go back to our seats and we go back to our committees and we go get out of the negotiation process and we just walk away from here not with a walk away from here with no commitment on how we're going to fund care for kids, we're literally saying to families, you're on your own. We're literally saying to child care providers, you're on your own. We're saying to private home care-based centers, you're on your own. We're saying to our kids, once again, you're on your own. We cannot talk about raising the greatest generation of young people in the state of Connecticut, and the state of Connecticut being a great place for women to work, a great place to raise a family, and a great place for us to have an expansive universal child care program that we are all working towards, and not actually fund care for kids. We have the same arguments over and over, the same debates year after year, and quite frankly, I am tired of putting families last. I'm tired of not putting children first. I'm tired of our child care providers. And I'll tell you this, I have a neighbor who is a child care provider. She and her husband, she just lost her husband recently. There were some issues where she had to move into a much smaller home. She pays nearly $2,200 a month in rent. Her basic pay, her net income to come home, her net paycheck income, is literally $2,600. She refuses to use her oven and her stovetop to make dinner, so she's eating tuna out of cans every single night because if she uses the stovetop, it's going to literally drive up her electric bill. So she's just sitting in her home eating tuna every day. So now we've started to feed and offer some of our meals, which is good for me in the waistline, but offer some of our meals to a teacher. I should not have to feed child care teachers. This state should follow through on its promise for educators and to parents and for children. Let's stop saying have families and move to Connecticut, but we're not standing in the gaps to make sure that you have adequate care. When 164,000 children needed child care and needed these spots, but only 60,000 were approved. We cannot say this enough. Stop gaslighting our families and let's give answers to people and give solutions to people the way that they need it so that we don't have to have this same problem and same debate next year and the year after. So I'm saying today to families, you have fighters and all of the advocates and legislators up here right now. We understand the problem. And I'm telling you something. If the resources that we are providing to public schools is good enough for public school teachers to get them through and it's still not enough, we know that. But if it's working for the public school system and we have a constitutional obligation to help those teachers and those educators, then gosh darn it, we should have a constitutional obligation to make sure that child care providers and families in this state have the same respect and dignity as well. Thank you.
My goodness, that passion is palatable from the committee co-chair.